Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, I'd like to start out giving honor and glory, infinite praise and worship to our power, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH, and double honor to our apostle, elders, and bishop of the great millstone, who we will teach on the sound doctrine. Shalom, shalom to the hopeful elect, and the rest of the large multitude of men, women, and children, that the Lord, but the Most High, YAHWAH, will have mercy on these last perilous days. Perilous mean dangerous. All right, your brother Kadash representing GMS branch here in Cleveland, Lord willing, to bring out a edifying lesson through the spirit and power of YAHWAH. As we know, it is a Sabbath, and we also know that it's a new moon, right? Which a new moon is a Sabbath, and pursuant to the scriptures, not only is new moon a Sabbath, today we are in a new moon, and today happened to be the blowing of the memorial, the blowing of the trumpets. Okay, and bear with me. All right, because okay, just want to check this out. So, which means it's a high holy day as well. Okay, which means it's a high holy day as well. Uh, so just wanted to go into that real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because also keep in mind, a lot of things happen in history pertaining to the high holy day. I just want to cover a couple things real quick because I got to get up out of here. But let's start here in Leviticus 23. This is Leviticus 23. I'm gonna start right at 23. It says, "And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, in the seventh month, in the seventh month, in the first day of the month, shall ye have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing of trumpets and holy convocation. Ye should do no servile work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord." You see? So, let's I'm gonna read it back. It says, "Speak unto the children of Israel." Israel is the topic, right? We understand that this high holy day pertains to the children of Israel. Okay, in the seventh month, in the first day of the month, right, which is a new moon, which dictates the beginning of the month, which is where the moon is completely dark. You have that crescent light, you know. All right, the full moon is not the new moon. The full moon is at its perfected state. All right, and it decreases in its perfection pursuant to the you can find that in the Apocrypha. All right, it says seventh month and the first day of the month. Now, seventh month, right? We're in the seventh month. First day is the start of the month, which is today. It started last night until tonight. What's today? Tuesday night, Monday night to Tuesday night. Okay, and then you have the Day of Atonement. I believe it's around the 11th, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, but every week, all right, until the next month, we will be celebrating our holy day. I mean, the Sabbath, which is also a holy day. Holy means separate, a separate day of just worshiping the Lord. Okay, every Monday night to Tuesday night. And what's so significant about the day, the memorial blowing of the trumpets? You gotta remember a couple things that was taking place. This was a day intended for Israel to give themselves into the Lord. Okay, because you remember on Mount Sinai, okay, dealing with Moses, okay, and in the book of Exodus, chapter I believe 20, you know what I'm saying? And when Moses presented himself to the Lord, uh, Lord willing, we get that in Revelations 8 because that links up with Exodus when it was thunders and different things. Okay, that's the issuing of the Lord, and that's what we're doing right now. We're ushering in, however you want to say it, the coming of our Lord. That's what we're doing right now. We're blowing the trumpet. Okay, it has a symbolic. It's symbolic for the good and the bad. Okay, the good is that the Israelites will never have to face death again. We will never be oppressed by an enemy again. The bad is that our enemies will be out of rulership. The bad is that judgment has to take place on the earth. Fire by the way of fire. Okay, judgment, the wrath of the Lord. So the trumpet we blowing right now is the deliverance for the Israelites, the elect, preferably, the first fruit, and then the rest of the nation being born through their loins, and the destruction of our enemy. I tell you that in Wisdom Solomon 18 about how they're synonymous. The salvation of Israel is synonymous with the destruction of our enemies. Okay, and also, like I said, the same day, recognizing the Most High. Okay, right, of his appearance. Okay, of Moses on Mount Sinai. Uh, like I said, Israel. Giving themselves up to the Lord. Like, remember, because remember when what was going on when Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHWASHI visited Moses, they couldn't come. Israel couldn't come unto their woman. Right, they had to be clean. They fasted, prayed, etc. Man, and that's what we're doing now. We're in the spirit. We're building and also, I know I'm trying to cover a lot in a short amount of span, but just giving some history on a lot of this, on some of this, pertaining to the High Holy Day, because the first, the temple of the Lord was established during the memorial blowing of the trumpets, man. Okay, when you go to First Kings 8, okay, this is symbolic for everything that's taking place now. The third temple is being spiritually built. Um, the third temple is being spiritually built right now. You see, it's a ushering in of Yahweh Shemi Shai. The temple is being built. We're covering the good and the bad. We're giving up self, okay, by praying, fasting, all right, abstaining from women in terms of doctrine. Okay, we repented, all right, and in a lot of cases, our women on the physical, all right, to pertain to certain holy things that we have to do in the scriptures, like the Day of Atonement, all right, the Sabbath, and the various high holy days, okay, and also too, most importantly, the remembering of the calling of Yahweh Shemi Shai, man, because this is a battle cry. This is a cry out. The trumpet is the loudest, like the brother Kazak like to say, one of the loudest uh instruments in the band, and we're blowing that trumpet. That trumpet is being blown, man. Okay, it's a cry out unto Yahweh Shemi Shai, man. Okay, and when you go into that word, I believe it's the word, let me see if I can get it right here. I believe it's the word for blowing, probably memorial. Let me see. Let me check it. Let me fact check it real quick, because I'm in Leviticus 23. If I didn't say that earlier, sometimes it's repetitive, so you forget. This is Leviticus 23 and 24 for the word memorial, because it says, let's get these couple words real quick. Memorial, yeah, Zakaran, right? Khan, that's it. Zakaran, right? Which goes into like a record, all right? Record, remembrance, right? So I can phone keep going up. Okay, record, remembrance, right? And then you go into the blowing of trumpets. It goes into it's a battle cry, because remember, this is a battle cry. Okay, it's also, like I said, the good is salvation for Israel, right? The praising of the name of the Lord. Remember the temple right now, the third temple is being built, just like the first temple was built during the same feast. Okay, and also, like I said, it's a battle cry, because Esau has declared war against the Israelites. All right, a prime example of that, like the Elder Rawchaa was going into, the YouTube chick who waged war. That's just a small scale. How about channel slavery and all these different things? That's a small scale of us being on the internet pushing the truth and pushing the vibration. And how about you, shot and them Xing, cutting our videos? That's waging war. That's war. But they're gonna try to twist it in the media and say we're doing it into them using that T word. You see what I'm saying? So this is a battle cry, man. Right? You go into that word blowing of the trumpets, it goes into that. It says alarm of war, war cry, battle cry. You see? An alarm. And in our history, matter of fact, real quick, when you go to was it Zephaniah? Because in Zephaniah, it tell you, because in our history, we had different trumpets. You see what I'm saying? We had different trumpets. You know what I'm saying? And different trumpets for different things. You had when the trumpet was blown, okay, you had different feasts, all right, marriages and different things. And then if it had an alarm to it, it was Israel, the priest and the congregation would know once that message went out, that mean that it was time for war. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to show you that real quick. This is Zephaniah. 1 and 16, a day of the trumpet. This now you can start at 14, but I'm just trying to do it for time's sake. And it says a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. Now this is going into the day of the Lord, because in 14 it says the great day of the Lord is near. It is near and hasted greatly. So this is, it says, and jump back down to 16, a day of the trumpet and alarm, because the trumpet blown with the alarm means war. Without means like a meeting, or without the alarm means like a meeting or some type of gathering. Okay. And oftentimes the priest would light the flame and different things, right? Because when you go to Joel, right, you go to Joel 2, you know what I'm saying? This is Joel chapter 2. And matter of fact, before I read that, let's go to well, yeah, let me read that first. This is Joel 2 and 1. It says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. Right, blow ye the trumpets in Zion. That's the prophets, the way of the mouth for those prophets, man. That's how we blowing the trumpet. Okay, we're blowing the trumpet of war. You know what I'm saying? He's declared war on us, man. He waged war on us. He's waging war on us, right? Right? Because the history of this Memorial Day, matter of fact, let me get that real quick with numbers. Oh, and also you got to remember, and we are approaching major times. You know what I'm saying? Like we have the, like I said, we got the whole thing with us being delivered and our enemies going down, man. You know, I'm gonna read that history. Because like I said, pursuant to this, when you go to like 1 Kings 8, Solomon, get that real quick. Solomon, I'm gonna just read like a couple verses real quick. This is 1 Kings chapter 8, and so I can show you real quick. It's this is 1 Kings 8 and 1. Then Solomon assembled the elders of Israel and all the heads of tribes of the chief of the fathers of the children of Israel unto King Solomon in Jerusalem, that they might bring up the ark of the covenant of the Lord out of the city of David, which is in Zion. Right now, this is after the when everything with the ark was established, and then they went into trying to make a house for the Lord and make a house for the ark. And it says verse 2, and all the men of Israel assembled themselves unto King Solomon at the feast in the month Ethanim, which is the 7th month, right? And that's the same month we're in right now. The 7th month being the month of memorial of blowing of the trumpets. And that word Ethanim goes back to Ayathon, okay? Like the elder Ayathon, right? Ayathon, which goes into endurance or enduring, right? When you go into the word, okay? So that's also good to know too, you know? Hold that. Let me jump down. I don't you could read all this, get all the meat off this. Let me jump down real quick. This is this is 1 Kings 8. Damn. 15. Let me see, 14. It says, and you can start at 9, man, but I'm trying to breeze through this little chapter because it's like 60 some verses. But I'm just want to get a couple. It says, and the king, I'm gonna start at 14. The king turned his face about and blessed all the congregation of Israel, and all the congregation of Israel stood. It says, and he said, blessed be the Lord power of Israel, which spake with his mouth to David, my father, and have with his hand fulfilled it, saying, hold on, bear with me. I gotta hit the brother up. Bear with me. Bear with me. So when you look into it, God damn, I'm gonna keep reading. It says, since the day that I brought forth my people, where I'm at, 1 Kings 8 and 15, he said, blessed be the Lord power of Israel, which spake with his mouth unto David, my father, and with his hand fulfilled it, saying, since the day that I brought forth my people Israel out of Egypt, I chose no city out of all the tribes of Israel to build an house that my name might be therein, but I chose David to be over my people Israel. And it was in the heart of David, my father, to build an house for the name of the Lord, power of Israel, YAHWASHI. And the Lord said unto David, my father, whereas it was in thy heart to build an house unto my name, thou didst well that it was in thy heart. Nevertheless, thou shalt not build the house, but thy son that shall come forth out of thy loins, he shall build the house unto my name. And remember, because King David had a lot of blood on his hands for conquering the nations, and Solomon reign. King David reign was 40 years, and King Solomon reign was another 40 years, which was a total of 80 years, which was symbolic for the kingdom of heaven, because King Solomon is Yahawashi. And Yahawashi, through the mercies, that's called the sure mercies of David, and Yahawashi, you go into Exodus like 15, I believe, it goes into like the sure mercies, Yahawashi carrying out that mercy seat, you know what I'm saying? And so Yahawashi being Solomon, he continued to build. He did the build. Remember, because then after that build, then you have wicked kings out of Israel that stood up, Rehoboam, and I'm having a blank. Wicked kings came against Israel, and then after that, you know, the second temple was being built. You know, Ezra during Ezra times. You know, Ezra and Nehemiah, right? Then you know, Xerxes and right, they say Ahasuerus, and you know, during that time, you know, Cyrus and all that, Darius, right? It was the second build continued from there. You see what I'm saying? So forth. So here we are now in 2024, going to 2025, establishing the third build, which started around 1969, 1970, when our Abba Bivens came on the scene and the breath entered into him to teach the whole truth. And therefore it spread like wildfire into our apostles and elders, starting Apostle Taro and down, all the way down to us until this very day. And now we're about to approach deliverance, and now we're about to watch our enemy fall. That's what's going on. You see? Because you got to remember, man, this is a big deal. You know what I'm saying? This is a big deal. Let me jump down to 26. First Kings 8:26. And now, O power of Israel, let thy word, I pray thee, be verified, which thou speakest unto thy servant David, my father. But will the Most High indeed dwell on the earth? Behold, the heaven and heaven of heavens cannot contain thee. How much less this house that I have built it, right? Because it was symbolic, right? Remember, the Lord said he don't dwell with temples made with hands. It was symbolic, right? It was supposed to be an earthly tabernacle where the Spirit of the Lord dwelt. Because remember, it said the Spirit of the Lord entered into it. To it, roughly paraphrase, when you read this chapter, it says it filled that room. But you know, the Lord deals in them. We're the temple. You know, the men make up the church. You know what I'm saying? It says, it says, bear with me. Which you know, now we're in that third temple, us being the temple of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? We building up that spiritual temple. He said the lively stones, brick by brick. The elect. He called them pillars. He called them pillars. You know what I'm saying? Pillars make up the house. You know, the beams that hold up the rest of the house. You know, and distribute the weight into the foundation, which is Yahawashi. So this third temple is being currently built right now as we speak, and that's what's going on. Like the first temple was being built in the 7th month. They was blowing up a trumpet. You see it right now. You're witnessing the third temple being built right before your eyes, and we're also blowing the trumpet. We're blowing the trumpet as a cry unto the Lord, as a remembrance of the deliverance from the past, right? And we cry out to the Lord to save us, and also it's a cry out for him to destroy our enemy, man. You see, and it's gonna also be a memorial, man. This is also gonna be a new high holy day that we're gonna keep in the kingdom of heaven, man. Right, in the kingdom, man. So going back, well, you could let me keep reading because I got to get out of here. But it says, 1 Kings 8:28, yet have thou respect unto the prayer of thy servant and to his supplication, O Lord, my power, and hearken unto the cry and to the prayer which thy servant prayed before the day. And when you keep reading, It's the point. I'm gonna go jump down to the point though, which is in 34. Then hear thou in heaven, and forgive the sin of thy people Israel, and bring them again unto the land which thou gavest unto their fathers. Remember, um this is after the temple and everything. Solomon built the house, and how he's making this plea unto the Father, and you know what I'm saying, giving thanks for the deliverance of out of Israel, out of Egypt, and so forth. And then went to say, when you put us back into that land in which thou gavest to our fathers, and that's what's going on right now. And Esau understand that this is a war cry. You see, this he understand the different sounds of war, man. He's a man of war. So is our father. You see what I'm saying? Because when you go into so going back to Leviticus I'm at 23 and 24, it says, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month, and the first day of the month, shall you have a Sabbath, right? It's a holy day, a memorial, blowing of the trumpet is a holy convocation. So remember, I told you it was different alarms and different things like that. You got to remember too, oh, the trumpets. Like I kind of went into that about the alarm. When the trumpet had an alarm attached to it, it meant that it was time for war. When it didn't have an alarm, it was meant for just like regular gatherings and different things and such, right? Now I also had, oh, that's what I had. Salakia, man, I gotta get this, man. Numbers 10. I gotta get this real quick. Salakia. Numbers 10 and 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, make thee 2 trumpets of silver, of an whole piece shalt thou make them, that thou mayest use them for the calling of the assembly and for the journeying of the camps. And when they shall blow, remember, because I told you it's also symbolic for the ushering in of our Lord, because when on Mount Sinai is when the tablets and the things was instructions was given to Moses, and the thunderings and different things happened, and Israel was scary, like, hey man, you deal with them, we ain't gonna deal with them, right? Unless we die. Well, that's the same thing that happened in Revelations 8, man. The thunderings and different things as such, you can liken it to, right? It's an ushering in of the Lord, man. That's what is going on. It's an ushering in. You, and how you know that? Second Esdras 9, right? It's talking about these how you measure the times in second Esdras, and you know what I'm saying, and by the prophecies. Well, who speak the prophecies? The prophets. That's the sound of the alarm. And when they sound an alarm, then what happens? It said the Lord shall visit the earth which he made. We're ushering in the Lord. What do you see? He said about earthquakes and uproars of the people. Those are likened to thunders and lightnings, if you will, man. You see, because right now in the time we're currently living in, the Lord is not showing his face like that, like he did in the ancient world. He's doing it by different means and measures. You know what I'm saying? If you can understand. And one of those things are earthquakes in the earth all over the place, every day, all day, in diverse places. Uproars of the people, famines, plagues, pestilence, and all these different things on a worldwide scale. It says these are evidence. This is the evidence pursuing the second Esdras that this is evidence pursuing the second Esdras that the Lord is visiting the earth which he made, like it says. So ain't that ushering in the king? Ain't that ushering in the Lord? That's what they do when kings is about to speak or enter the room. They and they blow the horn and they announce the king. We're announcing the king's return, man. Right now we're announcing the king return. YAHWASHI, YAHWASHI. YAHWASHI is about to return, and who else gonna do it, man? You see, you think that YAHWASHI just gonna pop up out of nowhere and just, no, man. He a king. He the true king, the only king, and we ushering in his return, man. He's sending his son, right? The King of Kings, Lord of Lords. It says, Numbers 10 and 3, and when they shall blow with them all the assembly, and this is the history, shall assemble themselves to thee at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. If they blow but with one trumpet, then the princes which are heads of thousands of Israel shall gather themselves unto thee. When you blow an alarm, then the camps that lie on the east part shall go forward. When you blow an alarm the second time, then the camps that lie on the south side shall take their journey. They shall blow an alarm for their journeys. But when the congregation is to be gathered together, you shall blow, but you shall not sound an alarm. You see the difference? It's a difference in certain alarms or sounds, trumpets. And the son of Aaron, a priest. And that's another thing, because we are being made a nation of kings and priests. Oh my God. Hold on. I got to read that real quick. If I may, BAHASHAM. I'm out of time. The spirit just jumped on me to go into this now, man. I meant to earlier, but I got caught tied up. This is 1 Kings 8. 1 Kings 8, and because the Lord says something right here. Damn. This 1 Kings 8. And hearken unto the supplication of the servant. Damn, man. Man, BAHASHAM. it was something heavy that I caught that was caught through the spirit. This First Kings 8:29. That thine eyes may be open toward this house, right, night and day, even toward the place of which thou hast said, my name shall be there, that thou mayest hearken to the prayer which thy servant shall make toward this place. And hearken thou to the supplication of thy servant and of thy people Israel. And when they shall pray toward this place, yeah, man, it's like you. Ah, man. I don't know where it's at. It's like your brothers and sisters, but it's a precept, it's a verse in here. I'm just looking too fast. That mentioning about kings and priests. You know what I'm saying? It say kings and priests in there. But that's what's going on now. We're being made kings and priests, and we're carrying also out, all right, these different practices that we did, that the kings and priests did, man. Oh my God, I can't believe I can't find it, bro. Fuck, man, that shit is vexing. But it's all good. So, but it says, in the sons for 10 and 9, 8, and the sons of Aaron, the priest, shall blow with the trumpets, and they shall be to you for an audience forever throughout your generations. Right, and this is why we keep it today, to the best of our abilities. And if you go to war in your land against the enemy that oppresses you, then you should blow an alarm with the trumpet. See, just to prove the point. If we go to war, we're blowing an alarm. So that's why on this trumpet, an alarm is blown. And then also, too, remember, we're gathering the feast. We're preparing the wedding of the Lord between him and his bride, between YAHAWASHI and his bride, which is the elect. And you shall be remembered before the Lord your power, and you shall be saved from your enemies. Also in the day of your gladness, and in your solemn days, and in the beginning of your months, you shall blow with the trumpets over your burnt offerings and over the sacrifices of your peace offerings, that they may be to you for memorial before the Most High. I am your power. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And that's what we're doing. We're giving up our bodies this time as a sacrifice, man. You see? We're giving up our bodies as a sacrifice, man. You see? When you go to First Corinthians 14. For if the trumpet, this is 1 Corinthians 14:8, for if the trumpet give an uncertain sound, who shall prepare himself to the battle? So that's why we got to make sure the right doctrine is being pushed, the right information is being pushed, the right names, the right structure, right order, right blueprint, and we duplicate that into the congregation. Because if it gave an uncertain sound, how could the people be prepared? Now the blood is on our hands because everybody will be unalive. So we got to make sure the right sound, right? Sound means healthy or whole vibration is going out there, so he can be healed, she can be healed enough to hear it. If a bomb explodes and then you all woozy, your hearing is gone, and you can't hear you might have your lieutenant or sergeant. I ain't been in the military, but just from playing video games and watching movies, he calling into your name, Kadash, Kadash. You can't hear him because your hearing is gone. But then it's not till your hearing comes back, meaning restored. Can you hear now your lieutenant to go to the next stage? Because you was woozy. That's what we were. We were dead. We were unalive, and as from a spiritual standpoint. Breath entered into the holy man. We are back now, and now we have the true doctrine. Now our ears are made. They're whole. They're healed, and now we hear the cry that's being made out, and it's war in the land. It ain't going vacation or planning for my 401k. No, why? Because it's war in the land. A battle is happening. It's been war. We've been at war. We're reaching the last part of war, which is usually the most intensified state of war. The gruesome state of war is when it's a massive amount of bloodshed. That has to happen for the side for it to be a victory. We're approaching that right now. We're approaching that right now, man. You know, this is Jeremiah chapter 44:4, I think. Howbeit I sent unto you all my servants. Hold on, bear with me real quick. Shalom Hasakwan. Yeah, Khan. Yup, I'm about to head that way. Khan, don't end up for the, like, you know what I'm saying, like don't they got previews and stuff? Yeah, yeah, Khan, that's cool. That's cool. I'm about to be that way. Valley. All right, the water. The water. So Khan, see, it says Jeremiah 44:4, howbeit I sent unto you all my servants, the prophets, rising early and sending them, saying, oh, do not this abominable thing I hate. So the Lord sent us forward. So I'm saying he sent us forward to preach his word, man. You see, he sent us forward to preach his word, you know. Ezekiel 33:6. But if the watchman see the sword come, you can start at the top, but and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take my person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will I cry at the watchman's hand. You see? So thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore thou shalt hear the word of my mouth and warn them for me. See? And that's what we're doing. We're warning the people that is war in the land, and it's not gonna be pretty, you know. From here on out, we're warning the people of the destruction to come, the wrath of the Lord, man. When you go to Revelation 8, going straight to the point, it says in 5, and the angel took the censer and filled it with fire of the altar and cast it into the earth, and there were voices and thunderings and lightnings and earthquakes, man. You know what I'm saying? So you could liken this into the ushering in of the Lord, man. You know, because that's exactly what happened when, like I said earlier, about uh, uh, when Moses was on Mount Sinai and he received the stones from Rawchaa, the tablets, all right, which were also placed in the Ark of the Covenant, man. I guess I'll close with this. Jeremiah 50:22, a sound of battle is in the land, okay? A sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction. You see, and that's what's going on. The sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction, man, okay? A sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction, man. Okay, so you got to prepare yourself. You know what I'm saying? Prepare yourself the correct way, and listen to your teachers and listen to the men that was before you. All right, because they've been set up by YAHAWASHI, and listen to the Spirit. Okay. So just something quick. I just want to do a quick lesson on the memorial blowing of trumpets. You know what I'm saying? You obviously can go into more, but that's just kind of, we do it every year, of course, but just some, quick through the Spirit and power. How about you? I was shocked. I wasn't able to make it yesterday when the brothers went live. So there you have it, man. This is a day of remembering the Lord. This is a day of praising the Lord. This is a day of giving sacrificing self. All right, which we do constantly daily. He said, I die daily. Paul said that in 1 Corinthians 15. We kill our flesh daily. We are sacrificing ourselves. Yahawashi was a sacrifice, you know what I'm saying, upon the altar before the Lord, and the ushering in of the Lord. We're ushering in the Lord by crying out. That's what this sound is. It's also a sound of battle, but it's also a sign of crying out to our power, man. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I'd like to give all honor and glory for the praise and worship to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rawchaa. Double honors again to our apostles, elders, and bishops, great millstone. We will teach you on sound doctrine. Until next time, shalom.